Hello everyone, this presentation is the continuation part of arrays, and the topics we are going to cover are two-dimensional arrays, what are two-dimensional arrays, and how we are going to represent them. And we are also going to look into two examples, like how to calculate the annual tax rate with arrays and how to validate the domain names with arrays. So firstly, what are these two-dimensional arrays? Actually, an array can be declared with two dimensions. Conceptually, a two-dimensional array is a table with rows and columns. Each element of an array is an array with the same dimension. And for example, an array of three arrays of dimension 2 looks like this three-bit matrix. And here in the picture, you can see uh, these are two-dimensional arrays with 3 rows and 4 columns, which is colored in yellow. And another one is 4 rows and 3 columns, which is colored in pink. So the 3 by 4 array we are going to see an example in the upcoming slide. So this A is an array with 3 rows and columns. So if we create that array, basically you should think of it as a matrix with 3 rows and columns. But in reality, A holds a reference to an array of 3 items, where each item is a reference to an array of 4 ends. So here you can assume the first row as an array, second row as an array, and third row as an array. So basically it is an array of three arrays of dimension 4. So each item is a reference to an array of 4 ends. So there are totally uh, 3 items here. The first one is 1 0 12 minus 1 is itself an array uh, which is considered as an element in the two-dimensional array, and the second one is 7 minus 3 2 5, and the third one is minus 5 minus 2 2 and minus 10. Let's look into an example of how we are going to calculate annual salary tax rate with arrays. So arrays are useful to process tabular information. Income tax are based on annual salary, usually with a tied approach. So below is an example of a simple tax table. In one column we have annual salary, in another column we have tax rate. So if the annual salary is 0 to 20,000, then the tax rate would be 10%, and if it is in between 20,000 to 50,000, the tax rate should be 20%, and if it is between 50,000 to 1 lakh, then the tax rate must be 30%, and if it is over, the annual salary is over 1 lakh, then the tax rate should be 40%. So basically we are going to run this for the following program, and we are going to enter annual salaries of 40,000 and 60,000. Then we'll see how much tax it is going to be deducted through a program. So we are modifying the program to use two parallel arrays named annual salaries and taxes to pay, each with 10 elements. And array annual salaries holds up to 10 annual salaries entered. I mean the size of the array annual salaries is 10, and taxes to pay array contains 10 corresponding amounts of taxes. So it is the size of taxes to pay. Um, so finally we're going to print the total annual salaries and taxes to pay after all input has been processed. And here we are going to perform one challenge, like we are also going to run this program again with the same annual salary numbers as above, like 40,000 and 60,000. So the challenge is that we are going to modify the program from the previous step to use a two-dimensional array instead of like in the last case we used two parallel arrays, annual salaries and taxes to be paid. But here the challenge is to use a two-dimensional array with 10 elements named salaries and taxes. So this salaries and taxes is an array with a two-dimensional array with 10 elements size. So the two-dimensional arrays first column will hold the salaries, and the second taxes to pay for each salary. So in the next video we are going to see the code for this, and I am going to describe how we are going to execute the program and what is the output is that is expected. Thank you.